everyone. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. So this video will be about the review of my bike. As you all know, it's a Benelli 600i. So I'll divide this explanation into three major things. First, I'll be talking about its pros. Then I'll talk about its cons, and the third will be the considerable, that is the okayish things that I find about this bike. So without further ado, let's directly get into the video. Let's start with the pros first. So the very first thing about this bike that I like is its design. It's flattering. I mean, it's pretty flattering to eyes, very catchy and attention grabbing. This bike is so photogenic, I can't even tell you. Be it the front part with the massive head section and the branding of tornado written, or the rear part. Man, talking about the rear part, it looks amazing with those dual exhausts complementing and completing the rear look of the bike. So the second pro of this bike is its engine. In very simple words, this engine is very reliable. I mean, I've ridden many bikes, be it 300cc, 600, or a leader class, but Benelli bikes, their engines are very reliable. You can ride them all day, cruise them around 120 to 140 kmph, and you won't face any issue at all. Heat management of this bike is also really good. Like I've ridden it in extreme traffic, and as of now I haven't faced any issue at all with the heat. The third pro about this bike is its stability. The stability is really good considering the amount of weight that this bike has. It weighs close to around 240 with full fuel tank, but this thing can either be a con for some people or a pro for some people. For me, it's a pro because I like stable bikes. While you ride it on a highway, you'll get that confidence. While you lean it on corners, you'll get that confidence that your bike is going to be pretty much stable on the road. It won't slip off like that. Okay, the next thing is suspension. The front suspension is 50 adjustable inverted fork with a horizontally mounted shock in the back that provides feature rebound and spring preload adjustability for any kind of situation, be it off-roading or a highway, city, or even a racetrack. Okay, so the best thing about this bike, the fourth pro about this bike is its sound. Oh god, it sounds so good. Words, this machine sounds mean. I mean, it roars like anything. As the revs climb up, the sound gets even better, and I'm sure it can compete almost with any leader class out there in terms of its sound. For those who haven't seen my earlier videos, I'll be adding a clip here so you can hear the sound of this bike. These were the pros about this bike. Now let's talk about some cons. The very first thing that I hate, I won't say hate, that I don't like about this bike is its clutch. It's really hard. Face issues with it, like your wrist pains a lot whenever there is a heavy traffic. But as you get used to it, you'll not feel any issue in the future. But initially, it causes a lot of pain. The second most irritating thing about this bike is its fuel gauge. There is a lot of error in the fuel gauge. It's almost close to 20% at least. Honestly, that is pretty much it with the cons. Now I'll be talking about some of the considerable things that I found okayish in this bike. And the first thing is braking. The braking of this bike is Brembo, but still it doesn't offer that good bike which you'd expect from a 240 kilos heavy bike. I mean, it's okay, like it does its part, but I want it to be something really good. Like braking is something that is required when the bike is this heavy and this powerful. So it does its job, and I'm not complaining about it. But yeah, it could have been better. The okay thing about this bike is its mileage. The mileage is good. I mean, in city riding, it will give you around 18 or 20, let's say, and on highways, it will give you around 21 to 24, depending on how you ride it. By talking about mileage, let's talk about its fuel tank capacity. It is just 15 liters. I mean, the tank looks massive from outside, but it is just 15 liters. The next considerable thing about this bike is its instrument cluster. It looks outdated. It doesn't give you much information, but it certainly gives you all the basic information that you need. This bike also has an ABS. You can see it right there. And also the good thing is this is switchable. Like if you want to turn off the ABS, you can do that as well by the press of this button, this black button. And talking about the rest of the things, here's your speed, kilometer, engine temperature, clock. That is it. I mean, that is all. Okay, so that was it. This was a very short review about this bike. Like, whatever you need to know about this bike, I mentioned it in this video. If anyone wants a detailed video, you guys can simply add it in comments, and I'll make a pretty much detailed video about the bike. I hope you guys like the video. I'm open to any suggestions. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.